Uh, the environment was very festive and very worrying also, but not being close to people. But then I think everybody forgot about it. So today we have to do a lot of things, but first, let me ask you, did you check your Storybird account if you're allowed to still write something? Have you checked it? You can continue. Can you? Can you? Anybody? No one checked. That silence tells me no one did that. So let's see how you do on it's for Monday, remember? And well, if you have some problems, try to write in another account, but it has to be in Storybird. Okay? So let's continue with yesterday's work. And remember, we were talking about natural world and this type of species that are really fascinating, that could harm people, others, and others not, right? So we were here, number 2, match the descriptions A to F to each of the photos. Were your answers above correct? So please match it. You already know I had a little bit of information. So please match, match, match. We're doing exercise 2, please.
Good evening, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Hi. Exercise 2. Two more minutes. We're doing exercise 2. Okay, I think it's enough. All right. So which one is A? Which photo?
Miss, I think that is 6.
Yes, 6. B? B is
The photo 3.
yes. Third one. C?
2.
2. Yes. D?
5.
5. E?
4.
4. And the last one is 1. Okay, so yesterday's explanation and today's is fine. Now, 3 says, which of A to F do you think people find most alarming? Why? What other creatures often scare people? So I want to hear you. A to F, A to F. Do you think people find most alarming for you?
Miss,
Yes.
could you show us the first and the second? Okay, thank you, Miss.
What's alarming?
Miss, I think second.
A shark. Okay.
Yeah,
The shark. Why? Why do you find it most alarming?
because it has a scar figure,
Uh-huh.
but the most alarming is its teeth, sharp
Okay.
teeth, long, sharp teeth. I
Yeah.
think that that is the most important because in the movies the picture of announcement always show the its teeth.
Yes. All right. So because of the teeth. Very good. And what other creatures often scare people? Often scare people from these pictures or others? What? What other creatures often scare people? Which would scare you if you see this type of creatures?
Well, Miss Yumi, I think it's the number 4
Okay.
because currently with the global warming, I think if we see this kind of animals or insects here, we could be in risk to develop the disease they transmit. So I think that will be alarming and can produce an enemy. So that I think as a community
Oh,
problem.
yeah, yeah. Right now in Santa Cruz, they're doing such work because mosquitoes are growing again. I mean, they're everywhere, so it's really scary. And even in Oruro, in this type of weather, and when it's hot, we can see some mosquitoes flying around, right? So it's kind of creepy. Yes, Mr. Roger, thank you. Others, other creatures, other creatures. Who likes spiders? But they're kind of like scare people. Even rats scare people. Uh, what can you say? What scares you? Or you're powerful people that you don't have any problems. Pucha, qué capos. All right. Okay. Now let's do number 4. Discuss this question. So let's discuss all of them. A. Which are the most interesting wild creatures in your country? And are any of them considered dangerous? If so, how do people protect themselves? Okay, so there are many things that you can say here. Please answer. What can you say? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody?
Miss,
Yes.
in our country, maybe most in Santa Cruz, Beni, I think crocodiles or caiman. I don't know how I can say caiman.
Wait a second. Alligators.
Ale,
Alligator.
alligators.
Uh-huh.
I think that, they because um, because the same reason of the shark, their their teeth,
Yeah.
and we heard in news that
Uh-huh.
there are people who was bit bitten
They were
bitten
bitten.
bitten
Yeah.
for this kind of animals,
Okay.
especially in the rivers or lakes.
Yes. Yes, that's right. So how do people protect themselves from from alligators?
Misa, I think that people who knows that those places where they live,
Yes.
uh, they know very well how to avoid them. But
Ah,
people who don't know that those places
yes.
are in dangers of being bitten,
Very
bitten.
bitten. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Of course, they know. Yeah, very good. B. Which creatures, for instance, vampires or werewolves, exist in the mythology or folklore of your country? Why do you think these stories are told? Oh, come on, say something about this type. We have so many, so many. You cannot be silent. So, which creatures, for instance, vampires or werewolves, uh, those are from Europe, Eastern Europe, right? Really far away, exist in the mythology or folklore of our country of Bolivia. Do you know any? And why do you think these stories are told? Why?
Miss, I think that there isn't uh, the similar features that in the like in the mythology. But here I can talk about the seven
Oh,
plagues,
okay, yeah.
maybe, and other legend. It's about the uh, fire car, and I'm not sure, carroza.
Yeah, the
Uh,
fire car is very good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think miss. Yeah,
Yeah. Mythology or folklore, like you said, the seven plagues, the but it has to have something special, like a something human. Do you know the story of El Cari Cari? Anybody?
Oh, yes, miss. Yes.
So it's part animal, I think, and part human. I'm not really sure, but if anyone knows in class how were they the face or the purpose of it, karikari, yeah, I think it was for stealing your soul. I'm not sure, but there's always folklore around it. Also, a ver. Uh, I didn't know this, but uh, just 2 days ago, we went just to walk around by the Socavón Museum to the mine, and there was El Tío, the uncle, and the lady who explained to us who was this mytholo- mytho- mytholo- wait a second, mythological creature was the god of the insides of the mine. She explained that this god, its face was shaped as a llama, and it was covered with puma's fur, o sea, su piel de puma. And because it had pointy ears, the Spanish that arrived, the minerals, etc., they found that god that the Urus, I don't know, just yeah, we know that adored, thought it was the devil. And she explained it wasn't for the Urus culture, it wasn't the devil. It wasn't the devil. It was mainly the king, the god of the inner earth. Yeah, because this god gave them minerals, gave them wealth, gave them treasures. So the Urus gave a respect to this god. But with we know we're Bolivians, we're Honduras, and it doesn't matter if we don't believe in it, but because of the misconception, etc., they thought that it was the devil. So that is a mythical also or folkloric animal, right? And I love the explanation of this lady, this young lady, and she explained so well the purposes how because she's I don't know, maybe you saw it. She said this sculpture, which the miners did, the first one was made in the colony, right, by the miners, and bit by bit the miners made a face of it. And the next uncle deal that was from the Republic. It is they hired someone to build this monument. So it's just a knowledge of this mythological and folkloric knowledge that we have in the reasons why. It's because of this question, right? And now, why do you think these stories are told? Why? Why are they told? Open up your mind and say why. Why did our grandparents or great grandparents told us this? Why? Any idea?
To give sense to things that doesn't have any explanation.
Maybe that it doesn't have any explanation because they didn't know how to explain. There is one also that it means, but I just read it. Uh, um, to keep children away from doing things, like taking care of them, scaring them. That's one. And like you said, Mr. Roger, really hard to explain. And it was better in the past to scare you away. Yeah, it was the best solution to solve any question. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they didn't have all the scientific advantages that we have right now, but there were ways for them to just to show they were wise and sabios. So it's interesting to know this how cultures vary from different parts of the world. One thing that I want you to know of Dracula, uh, you know the story. Everybody knows the story. It was made up by an English or American writer, an English writer, not sure. but he made it see as an evil person. But if you read uh, like Transylvania stories and etc., he's considered a hero. He's considered like, I don't know, like Simon Bolivar, like that. They don't see him as a killer, like thirst for blood. It's not like that. He saved them from slavery in that time because there was a really huge storytelling about that. But in conclusion, the people from Transylvania and all that area that believes in Vlad Dracul, that was his name, they consider him as a hero. They some of them worship, like he was a warrior. He fought for us. He fought for our freedom because they were coming in our country, and he was the only one that could stand up for them. Yes, he stuck a pole in their organ, their body up there. Yeah, he did that, but he survived. He saved us. So it was really interesting to see that thing. And they, when they were asked, "What do you think about Dracula?" They said, "Okay, it's fun," but they don't know. They don't know what is in our history, like any other country or any other culture. Okay, and see, how are animals often portrayed in cartoons and in films for children? How do you think this affects people's attitude to real life animals? I want to hear you. I think we're in that generation of animal cartoons, etc. So please answer this.
Well, Miss, I think they are portrayed there in order to children see animals in an animated way with consciousness, with the capacity to feel happiness or sadness, and they could develop an empathy. So when they become adults, they won't be able to damage to real life animals. I think
Mm,
so.
oh, very nice. Very nice. All right. Thank you, Mr. Roger. Anything else from the rest? Anything? Okay. So here I want to read something from the book. It's like they say they show that animals have um, human qualities. Yeah, Mr. Roger also mentioned that, and they're capable of making moral judgments, like Mr. Roger said. Yeah, they know how to do what is bad or good. But in real life, we need to teach them, right? They have a capacity up to and then it's limited, right? And then, mm, but the wrong thing about this, we stereotype animals. Yeah, we consider maybe if like the wolves, yeah, to be evil, to be an evil animal, or snakes to be evil, hyenas, crocodiles, lions, tigers to be evil animals because they're feared. And yes, of course, they're fierce, but we we have that concept, right? Even though rabbits or dogs or elephants are considered to be good animals because they are tender, they're more accessible to human, but they are all wild animals. They know how to defend themselves. They know how to hunt, cazar. They know how to do things instantly. Yeah, but and we cannot stop doing. We cannot stop them from doing that, right? So there are many things, factors that we need to be careful of having pets also. Okay. Now, because of this is natural, the title says the natural world, there are many concepts that we need to understand. And the first one that I really like this reading is this. What a beautiful, beautiful creature. Yeah, it says, let's answer this. What sort of creature is this? Don't say it in Spanish.
It could be a kind of jelly.
It's a jellyfish. Very good. Jellyfish. It's a jellyfish. What do you think is unusual about it? It's unusual.
I think that all their internal organisms is exposed to all all the creatures.
Yes, it's exposed. It's transparent. Very good. Does it have eyes? I don't know. Those I don't know. Those cords parecen cuerdas, ¿no? But they're called stings. Yeah. They're really special. See, which part of its body can you identify? Right now in this picture.
Maybe their body in general and their tentacles.
Tentacles.
I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. Tentacles. They're tentacles. Body and tentacles. What do you think they use them for?
To protect themselves.
Okay. Yes. Yes, to protect. Then sting is the picar. Yeah. The tentacles tend to sting and disable the prey. O sea, prey sería su víctima. No, su. The prey. Yeah. And that is the only movement of the purpose of this jellyfish, right? Now, this is such a special animal. It's an animal, right? Now we have paragraph summarize. Read the text aren't and dangerous. As you go through each paragraph, write a brief note next to each one to summarize the main ideas. So this is in general for you to do in this exercise, IELTS practice. It's better to summarize it because it's a lot of information with maybe 5 words, what it says, not for returning all the time and reading from the start. So please start your IELTS practice, questions 1 to 7. Please do it. Read the text. We have 10 minutes, so take advantage of that time, please.